Yeah, I'm not sure how this happened. It's fine. The fans will stick with us. I'm sure of it. There'll be no pitchforks outside or anything. It's totally fine. How did we lose the bottom of the table? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Hexagon Challenge here on Shaun Does FM. I hope you are doing well. Today, we are looking for a bit of revenge on Bloemfontein Celtic. We'll try and get them back for the MTN8 Final as we take them on in the league. And after that result, you would have seen from the intro, we need to get our 8-point gap back. That would be ideal. If you're looking forward to this episode, remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video. And if you're new around here and enjoy this Hexagon Challenge and whatever else you see on the channel, also hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on as well. So we come into today's game off the back of a diet mostly on camera of Champions League games. Yesterday we played the game against Stade Malien, so that was a little while ago now. A 5-0 win over them, which did secure us top spot in our Champions League group. We have played 5 games off camera since then, so we need to run you guys through all of those. 4 wins and a very surprising loss. So we'll get through these fairly quickly. We'll try and run through them as quick as we can anyway. First off, in the league, we took on Cape Town City, of course, our Champions League group rivals, and we beat them 3-0 away from home with our first team backing up from the Champions League game a few days earlier, which if you did miss, I will leave a link to in the top right corner. Zacharias Mamade still in the team over Welcome Boyson, and he made his presence felt here. Mahud and Malangu, a lovely bit of play amongst our front three there, and Mamade just slowing them to the bottom right corner to put us 1-0 up at the 18-minute mark. Then 20 minutes later, Olivares just outside the box gets into Mahua, puts one across the face of goal. Mamade's first shot is blocked, but he puts the second one away nice and calmly, and we were 2-0 up at halftime. Then very early in the second half, we had a free kick. Dubé getting on the end of Walter's delivery, hitting that into the back of the net, and a pretty stock standard 3-0 win against a decent team. You can see they never really fired a shot, Cape Town City, and we had a lot, matched our XG pretty well. And overall, a very good performance from the boys there, which you love to see. So that kept us in a nice position in the league, and that continued when we took on TTM at home. We put the rotation team out for this game and picked up another nice victory, 4-1 this time. We started off like a house on fire in this game, only 15 seconds gone. Nunez on the ball. They try and clear one away. Mateza just bumps it into the box and Gordinho flicks in the back of the net, and we were 1-0 up inside half a minute. Then a couple of minutes later, Mateza on the ball yet again, in for Nunez across for Nlapo, a nice finish. The goalkeeper was just in a really bad position there, blocked by his defenders, and he puts in the back of the net to make it 2-0 very early on. And then Nlapo picked up a double. In fact, sorry, it was Kalake who put that in the back of the net. Nice finish from him into the top left corner, 3-0 at the 12-minute mark. And then we got our final goal after 26 minutes. It was Kalaki picking up double. He just gets on the end of a Mateza cross and just gets that inside the post. It was 4-0 at halftime. They got one back late through a header to Ledwaba, did TTM, but a good performance from us, and we win that game 4-1. Then off the back of that, we were back into the Champions League, taking on Tetuan, and we picked up another win against these guys, 3-0 away from home. A few lesser-known names playing in this game, and they are the ones that picked up the goals. First, it was Ladla from a corner in the 18th minute, and then another one in the 24th minute. Very similar goals to put us 2-0 up about halfway through that first half. And then as we got to the hour mark, it was Charles Makizi, our third-choice striker, really. A ball put into the mixer by Makotu, our young winger, and he puts in the back of the net. So 3-headed goals, giving us a 3-0 win over Tetuan. You look at the stats, they had a few shots off, but another pretty dominant performance from the boys there in the Champions League, and it was good to see our rotated 11 Champions League-wise able to do that for us as well. And what that means for the Champions League groups, Cape Town City won their other game, so it's all locked up in our group now. It is us on top, Cape Town City in second. So the next game, we do not need to show you guys that one either. We just take them on for pride now. But they did end up qualifying second. You can also see Al Ali in Group B have secured qualification out of Egypt, and Bloemfontein Celtic as well have secured qualification through to the next round. So that's how the Champions League is shaping up. But if we get back into our schedule, off the back of that, we started off the Nedbank Cup. We took on Jomo Cosmos in the first round. As I've said a few times, this is essentially South Africa's version of the FA Cup, but unfortunately, yet again, we were drawn against another top division team, but we still got the job done, a 4-1 win with the rotation team away from home. Not a good start to this game. We gave away a penalty very early on and they tucked it away through Makinka and they were 1-0 up about 3 minutes into the game, but we fired back shortly after that. Mokoena up to Kubeka. Long shot from him yet again. He has them in his locker, as you've seen the last few episodes. We got back on equal terms around the 10-minute mark. Then after that, after 22 minutes, it was Malangu slotted in. Iffy goalkeeping, Kubeka with a pass that just got the goalkeeper on a bad line, and we made it 2-1. Then right before halftime, Malangu got on his hat-trick, Kubeka playing him in. Yet again, a wonderful game here for Kubeka. Slots their way bottom left corner. We are 3-1 up at halftime, and then in the second half, they gave us a penalty back, and Malangu tapped it nicely into the bottom right corner to pick up his hat-trick. And in the end, a good 4-1 win, especially after going down 1-0 early. Look at the performance. Pretty dominant. Good to see some fight back from our boys then. And everything was looking quite rosy, I thought, coming into this Bloemfontein Celtic game. And then we took on Baroka, who at that stage were pretty solidly in the relegation zone. We did put out the rotation team with this Bloemfontein Celtic game coming up 2 days later. Seemed like a sensible thing to do. And we lost 2-1 to them at our home ground. Never really a game that we looked at great, and it was thanks to Christodoulou. He was a bit average in goal, it's fair to say, but overall we looked pretty slack, conceding a goal there after about 12 minutes. And then that was just some pretty sloppy play from our defence as they made it 2-0 after 35 minutes. 2-0 at halftime. We got a late penalty, but honestly, we didn't really deserve a goal out of that game. We picked up a bit more in the second half. You look at the overall XG trajectory, and it sort of improves a lot more in the second half, largely thanks to that penalty. But we played like utter dog bollocks in this game and did not deserve anything from it, and we didn't get anything from it. Fair play to Baroka, but not a good result against a team who were in the relegation zone at that stage, and it's certainly thrown a spanner amongst the works somewhat. Christodoulou, really poor game in goal for him, but overall not many players did play that well. Nunez off the bench with the penalty, Apollos in April with decent ratings, but the rest of them really showed little in that game. It was our worst performance of the year by some distance, and Baroka just did enough through those Mukamala goals to get the 2-1 victory at our home ground, our first loss at our home ground for quite some time, I believe. So what that means for the top division here in South Africa is our gap has gone back down to 5 points. It should have been 8 still going into this game, and if we had beaten Bloemfontein Celtic today, we would have been 11 points ahead of them. Just over halfway through the season, we would have been in an exceptional position to be taking out this title. If we can beat them today, we should still be in a pretty good position to be doing that. But yeah, Baroka beating us, as you can see, without those 3 points, they would be last in the table. So a very important 3 points for Baroka. But yeah, really rough result, that one. And we will be looking to bounce back today against the team who, as I said, did beat us in the MTN8 Final. It will be a much tougher test than we faced against Baroka, you would expect, but we are going back to the full strength 11. Hopefully that helps. And yeah, looking for a bit of a revenge. We'll give that team talk before the game and hopefully make amends for that MTN8 Final. And we'll come back shortly with team sheets from our home ground as we take on Bloemfontein Celtic in this top of the table clash in the DSTV Premiership. So here is our team sheet for this game. Top of the table clash against Bloemfontein Celtic. Pretty much a full strength lineup. We've got Gunga back in goal after that Baroka game, which the less said about Christodoulou in that game, the better. But Zacharias Mamade is a little bit tired, so we're giving him a rest for this game, which is a little bit unfortunate. And also Welcome Boyson can only handle 45 minutes of football. So we're having to give the young Mish Kalaki a start in this game, but otherwise we are at full strength. Apart from that, hopefully he can do enough on that left wing to get us through until perhaps when we might need a bit of bench impact from Boyson. In terms of Bloemfontein Celtic, obviously Lakesa is now their first choice goalkeeper after we took Christodoulou off of them, which they might be quite glad about after that game against Baroka. But apart from that, they look pretty solid. Got some good players in there, the likes of Villion, DeLonghi and Ladla are all players with a fair bit of talent, so this should be a tight game, but hopefully we can get that lead back to 8 points at the top of the table. And we are the home team, so back in the blue uniform mostly with that little red cut-off top. And it is Bloemfontein Celtic in the green with the white socks. And we are kicking off playing left to right, definitely looking for a bounce back after that poor result against Bologna, albeit from a different 11 than this one. Poor ball forward early on from Kenny Mahua, and it will be 0-0 early doors. 6 minutes gone here, and an early throw into Bloemfontein Celtic. It is headed away from Mokoena, and Kenny Mahua is off to the races here. There's no one in front of him. Malangu just gets a defender out of his way. A good slide tackle there from Gifdillo, and it is Bloemfontein Celtic back on the ball through the Kesa, but Kenny Mahua showing his pace off nice and early. Dubé misses a header, but we do keep possession, thankfully. A few hairy moments at both ends there for both teams, but we are now on the ball. Hopefully we can build up another attack here. Kubeka tries to put one over for Kenny Mahua. He tries to slot Malangu through. He'll have a shot, and it hits the post. That was a good effort from a tight angle, but still 0-0 after 7 minutes. 23 minutes gone, and another free kick. This time it's for Bloemfontein Celtic. We do head it away. Maxibo with his shot. Mazibuko, I should say. Bali Mazibuko, a bit of help from the woodwork after Daldo Mahua clears away the header, and they go 1-0 up with a bit of luck. It has to be said it was a free kick. It was headed away nicely by Mahua, but Mazibuko given a bit of space. He gets a lot of help from the woodwork there. But yet again, we are down early, 1-0 halfway through this first half. 36 minutes gone, and another free kick to Bloemfontein Celtic, and they do keep possession from this one. They play a ball for Tialani, gets beyond the defence, enough strength to get past him, but the shot straight at Gunga tips it over the bar. But at the moment, from the highlights that we've seen, Bloemfontein Celtic are in control of this match, so we need to change that if we can. Their corner is headed away from Moffaking. Shotzi on the ball. He will drive another attack forward as Viljean makes his way forward, but he is offside, but it is still 1-0 as we get closer towards half-time here to Bloemfontein Celtic. 44 minutes and a throw into Bloemfontein Celtic, so they are staying off with a lot of set pieces at the moment, although we do get possession back on this one. Kenny Mahua just gets the ball for us there to keep in possession. Out to Olivares. He makes his way forward down the right wing. Haven't played that well in this game, as I said, to date, but if we can somehow pick up an equaliser before half-time, that would be good, but we're definitely going to give the boys a rev up at half-time because it's been pretty poor as we look to play from the back as Gunga up to Dubé, over to Moffaking, and Mitch Kalaki just starting to make a run, and he will find him, so this could be something coming here. Mitch Kalaki fizzes a ball across, and it falls to Malangu, and we go 1-1 just before half-time. It was a goal with a fair bit of luck to it. It was a good ball from Mish Kalaki, the young left winger. Zwane put the slide tackle in to try and stop Kenny Mahua from getting on the end of it. You'll see it here. It is a nice ball from Kalaki, a nice fizzer. The slide tackle from Zwane. It falls to Malangu, and he just had to put it away. Bottom left corner. We're back in this 1-1 just before half-time. And that is half-time. We go into it 1-1. Look, it's a bit fortunate. We look pretty average for most of that game. We've had a few more shots than Bloemfontein Celtic, so potentially you could say we deserve to be level with them, but on the whole, we haven't looked that threatening. Just that bit of luck that we needed from that Kalaki ball into the mixer to get us at 1-1 after conceding that early goal about halfway through the first half. We will make a change. We'll tell the boys we're not happy with that first half because on the whole, it was a bit average. You would have seen on that last highlight that Kenny Mahua was on a red heart, back to a yellow, but we do have welcome Boyson on the bench, so he can play right wing. We'll bring him on, get a bit of match fitness, and hopefully the second half can go a bit better and we can get the winning goal as we start the second half at 1-1. And Bloemfontein Celtic are going to be restarting things here, playing it left to right in the second half. Hopefully we have a few more highlights going in our favour in this half. We've had more shots than them, but based on what we've seen highlight-wise, ours have been pretty non-threatening compared to theirs. So hopefully that changes in this half. They're already on the attack. They play a ball across to the midfield to Mazibuko, who got that nice goal in the first half. We head the ball away, and Mish Kalaki might have enough room here to do something down the left-hand side. Makes his way forward, gets boxed in a little bit, plays a ball across. Moffaking just keeps possession for us. Kubeka up to Malangu, just wide. Good play from us there on the counter-attack, but it remains 1-1 early in the second half. 56 minutes gone. We've got another highlight starting with a set piece to Bloemfontein Celtic. It was a throw-in. We do head it away, but they do get possession straight back. DeLonghi back to Dladla, Mazibuko, as they look to build another attack and try to get their advantage back in this game, but we're just pressing them enough that they're having to play back at the moment, but they now start to go forward a little bit more. Viljean makes his way forward on the right-hand side, starting to get marked up, plays that back to Dladlo. He is over to Mazabuko. Good slide tackle there from Mahua. Another ball played forward, and that's a good interception from Mahua again. Malangu on the ball. He makes his way past the defender. Can he make the most of this chance? Of course he can. It's a wonderful finish from Sakil Malangu. A great goal, good combination play between him and Daldo Mahua, who got some very important interceptions there in our half. He got the ball forward from the second one up to Malangu, and he just gets past his man, drives forward inside that final 50 yards, and he puts it in the bottom left corner, and we go 2-1 up just before the hour mark. Okay, 60 minutes gone here, and we are going to make a change. Walters in the midfield, down to a yellow heart and only on a 6.5 rating. We'll see if we can get someone on the field, perhaps, who can just play a little bit better than that, a bit average to date. Our midfield on the whole, it has to be said. So we'll make a change here. I think we will bring William Lapo on for Walters. We'll leave the positions as they are. We won't switch them around with Kubeka. We'll crack on with this rest of the second half. 2-1 up. 61 minutes gone now. Another throw into Bloemfontein Celtic. DeLonghi on the ball. So a lot of these highlights are starting with Bloemfontein on the ball, but a good interception there from Olivari is getting stuck in, and now Malangu looks to drive forward down the right again. What can he do? He's got a bit of support in the midfield. He puts the ball across Kalaki in space, but he heads it over the bar. Another good chance for us, definitely improving in the second half, but still 2-1. Free kick here for Kubeka. 65 minutes and forces a good save out of Lakesa. We've scored a few goals from free kicks lately. As we now have a corner, Mokoena puts us in the mix, and Mahua straight at Lakesa again, so maybe they do have the better goalkeeper. Bloemfontein Celtic, some good chances. 2-1 as we carry on in the second half. 80 minutes gone, and this time it's a throw in to us, and it's in a good area of the pitch too. Boyson puts a ball, he tries to in the mixture, and now it's Bloemfontein Celtic on the counter. This is a bit of a turnaround from the past few highlights we've seen. Tiolani makes his way past defender, but hits it into the side netting. That was dangerous, but it is still 2-1 to SuperSport United as we're in these last 10 minutes. 85 minutes gone here, and Mokoena is on a yellow card and a red heart in the CDM role. Look, he's played pretty well, a 7 rating, but we'll take him off mainly to do that red heart, and also given Faro won't have to ease off tackles. So we'll make that substitution our last for this game. I'll get him to ease off tackles, and we will hopefully hold on to this 2-1 lead for the remaining 5 minutes plus added time. 93 minutes gone. Bloemfontein Celtic with a free kick. Only 1 more minute of added time left. They try and pump a ball forward, but a good header from Dube after running forward quite a fair way. It goes up to Boyson. Here's a chance to seal it, and Lakesa just does enough to keep that out. Not overly convincing from that time, but he does keep the ball out of the back of the net. Olivares, he is a really good shot going for the bottom left corner. Forces another save out of the young Bloemfontein Celtic goalkeeper, but at the very least, it does suck up a bit more time as we get the ball forward to Boyce, and then we look to hold on for this win. A bit of revenge for that MTN8 final as we go forward. Malangu on the ball. He plays the ball across. We give possession away, and they will keep it. They look to make one more attack to Bloemfontein Celtic, but Faro will intercept the ball, and that is that. We pick up some revenge on Bloemfontein Celtic for that MTN8 Cup final. A 2-1 win, a much better performance from our boys in the second half. As you can see, the XG trajectory definitely improved in the second half. Bloemfontein Celtic didn't offer a great deal compared to what they did in the first half, and we steadily picked things up over time. A much better performance in the second half, as you can see by the shots overall. And in the end, wasn't too convinced by what we were doing at halftime, but I think we've picked up a deserved 2-1 win, and we get that 8-point gap back at the top of the table over Bloemfontein Celtic, thanks to a double from Sakil Malangu. So a nice win for us there, turning the tables on the recent form against Bloemfontein Celtic. As I said, it's been a fair while since SuperSport have beaten them, so nice to do it. And we get that 8-point gap back at the top of the table, which is good to see. So when we come back for tomorrow's episode, because that will do for today, I don't think we've got a lot of league games to look forward to in the near future as we make our way down. We've got Cape Town City to round out the Champions League group, but we already know who's finishing where in our group there, so not a lot of intrigue there. I think we'll have to come back for the quarterfinals, because I think that's going to be the next important thing. We'll just look at when they take place, and that is early April, so I think that's what we'll come back for if we have a look at the schedule and we make our way back down. Not too far in the distant future. We've got some Nedbank Cup in the meantime and a Pretoria Derby, but I think we'll just come back for the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and we'll inform you guys of who we get at the start of the next episode, and we might even bring you guys both of those leagues in the same episode just to get through it a bit quicker this time around while we are here in Africa. But that will do for today's episode. A good, tough 2-1 win against Bloemfontein Celtic. If you did enjoy it, remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on today's video, and also if you're new around here and haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on. It is greatly appreciated. But until I see you tomorrow, not sure who we're going to be playing, but we'll have both leagues of the Champions League quarterfinals here in Africa. Thank you very much for watching. Keep on keeping on, and I'll see you then. Cheers.